Welcome to 501 Day. It's May 20th. Not receiving enough video. Okay. So, hold on. Seems like there's a little as such. Okay. All right, we're live. Hi, welcome to 501 Day. I'm Dan. This is Den and Denim. This is my fourth year doing a live stream. It's 501 Day because if you look at any pair of Levi's jeans, you will notice the date, May 20th, 1873 on them. That is the date that Jacob Davis and Levi Strauss got the patent approved, and they started selling their XX waist overalls within the month after. They became an instant success and eventually became the symbol of freedom for the 20th century. I welcome you all. If you're new to denim, if you're a hardcore denim head, let me know your story. I love hearing about all of that. This channel focuses mostly on the history of denim and how it evolved from the early days. I am dressed in 19th century garments, triple pleat blouse, and 1870 XX waist overalls. 9-ounce denim was the strongest they had 150 years ago. That's why Mr. Strauss called it XX for extra strong. Denim before that would have been 8-ounce, 6-ounce. It could have been not selvage. The selvage line makes it a little extra strong without using other material. I've also got on a my love for news cap. This is my spring autumn one, and just can't wait to fade this in over time, but looking nice and rigid. And this is actually can count on one hand all the times I've worn Levi's this year for the last since beginning of August, trying to get it in the heat of summer. Mostly rocking 18-ounce Neppy denim. The heaviest I've worn, come September, I'll be in 21-ounce. It'll be another adventure. But today is mostly a Levi's day. It's mostly a Levi's channel, trying to venture out into heavier denim weights, different denim companies. I do love talking about the history of denim and when it's kind of intertwined with the early days of Levi's and then all of the stages that Levi's has done. So let me know what you're wearing. I'm 1870s for jeans and top. If you got a denim shirt on, that's extra cool. I got a distressed red Henley. Love this shirt. Absolutely love it. Got my collection of red Henleys. This is missing a couple others, so it should be about 2 more. Really want a yellow Henley. Saw one in Cobra Kai, and my kid has one, but really hard to find. I know that Henleys are kind of going out of style. Otherwise, I also make cookies, and this is the 3rd year I've made a special denim-related cookie. And usually I go for a big, thick New York style, but this year I have decided to make them more based on an Ichiro butter cookie. But I decided to man up the ingredients a little bit. So I took goat butter, which has a distinctive earthy tone, and then browned it to give it a little more nutty complex. I used black lava salt. And instead of vanilla extract, I got this bourbon extract. I also used rye flour instead of the almond. And then some cake flour. And this one is red line selvage with Tabasco on it. Just for that extra kick. Got some pink line selvage if not into that. Of course, you can go classic, just plain selvage. Give it a bite. The Tabasco is very forward, you get that, but one dash it's smoothed over. Nice amount of butter. Not too complex. You taste the salt, a little extra heaping of salt. Black lava salt, I think, goes really well with salmon, most fish. Pretty fun in the cookies. Yeah, I don't mind the brown gut butter in there. Oh, that works. If you've got it, go for it. All right, I will enjoy those. This here's selvage cookies. Thought of those a year ago, and I can't wait to make them. Maybe tomorrow I'll think of next year's. Subscribers are almost at 5,000, kind of keeping track. As soon as we hit the 5,000 mark, which I'm only about less than 20 away. Okay, 17 subscribers. If we make that, then I will immediately release the 5,000 subscribers special. It's the entire thumbnail list of my 501 saga. It's got 50 episodes from 1870, when the first riveted garment, the duck pants, was released, all the way up until 1984, to represent all the recreated pairs from the LVC line. This channel is mostly talking about the Levi's vintage clothing collection. Not so much what's going on in the rest of modern Levi's. But of course, we talk about the history of Levi's when it was just one unit and the various subunits it did have since early days. But all 50 pairs are recreated items, most of them, that you can buy. The duck pants, the 1873s, the 1879s. Let's see, I've got 1966 here. 201s, 1890. Fun stuff going on. And you can get yourself one of these. So I try to get the fit section in there, tell you that who wore it, little history section, how the Levi's company was evolving throughout those years. And little special bonus, I extended. So we go up to 1984, which is when the LVC line kind of ends, and I'm taking it a little step further, bringing it up into the modern times. You'll see what goes on in there. Who gets to be on the thumbnail? Do you know that? Is it a celebrity? Is it just a picture of some old dude 100 years ago? Or gal? Or kid? Or it's a pretty mixed bag. And finding those pictures was amazing. Riveted.com was a great resource, but also just scrolling through a bunch of stuff. And sometimes they're the recreated actors from the LVC catalogs. But if you are a Patreon member, you can just watch it for free. You could watch it a month ago. That's one of the perks. Putting it, $1 gets you this support an underpaid, overworked English teacher, brings joy to children at the cost of my sanity. And then you get to see the vids ahead of time, and you get a credit. And so I want to give a little thanks to all of those people. Chance, Unbleached Apparel, Vlad, Zuzana, Fitsanu, Sam Z, Sam H, Chris, Joel, Vincent, Takana, Alec, Evan, Jesse, Michael, Mike, Riley, Sarah, and David. Thank you so much for your support, and you will keep getting credited if you gave from before and till the end of the 501 series. And it's really boosted my self-esteem. From that fund, I've been able to upgrade my audio and really trying to work on that, making sure that the audio quality of the videos is as good as I can get it so that you have something enjoyable to listen to. As a viewer, I think that's important. Also, as a teacher online, it's kind of one of the things that's my main focus. Let's talk about the LVC items since last year. A lot of limited editions. The first third of the 20th century, between minors and the classic era, is what we're seeing a lot of. And that's great because that's what I've been making videos of. So we've got the video for the 201s, 1922s have already been done, but we're going to do 1927s soon enough. The Homers they made. I made the video for that just recently with the 1917s and the history of film. As far as 501 Day today, I haven't seen any LVC drops. So if someone has seen something that's dropping secretly, but in any upcoming drops, nothing in the LVC line coming out today. We did get 201s, the 213 jacket, which is so cool. 333s, which I'm strongly coveting. The Dylan stuff. I talked a lot about that. Now, the Dylan stuff was made in Turkey, but there is that Eureka Bear. And there's a late 1930s, early 1940s. Early 1940s it's credited. Mini bear pair for the 1000% bear brick. And you get this pair, and it is made in California. So this might be where they're heading with some of their items. One area I hope they're heading, if you've seen Tracy Panic visited the Cobain jeans, the most expensive jeans of all time, worn by Kurt Cobain, we know that they are selvage. She was taking some good information from them. And this might be one of their limited editions coming up soon. Maybe not today, but maybe in a month, maybe later on this year. So look for that. It would be cool. Hopefully made in Japan, or better yet, in the Eureka Labs. Today, the only thing I really saw dropping were these Beyonce shirts with Levi's that has two eyes. I'm not sure why the two eyes has a reference to something, but I did watch the video called Why Levi's Failed by the Fashion Fable, and it says that Beyonce is the company's saving grace, financially at least. Culturally, historically is a different story, and that's what we talk about on this channel. Some countries are getting the Sonic Youth t-shirts, and they've got the washing machine design, which is really cool because it's one of their designs and from their albums, but it also works well with shrink-to-fit jeans. Other Levi's news bits. You might have seen this in the news. Levi's heir becomes San Francisco mayor. And he is the stepson to Peter Haas. Peter Haas is the current heir. His dad is still around. So he's in the line, and he is... Daniel Lurie, the new mayor, has said that he feels a part of the family. He seems to be a pro-denim candidate. That's what matters. I think also having a strong middle class that gets to own their homes would be nice, but I don't see that happening in Frisco until after Continental Drift. In his first 100 days, crime has gone down 15% in the city. There's other Levi's in the news bits, but I don't really think any of it applies too much. I can get back more to my channel, what I've done. As far as the 501 saga, they've been extensive videos in the last year. So 1911, I got the lot 2s, lot 3s. Budget Denim, the Valencia Street Factory, all crammed into one video. I also did the 1910s coveralls. Now, LVC never made those. It would be awesome if they did. But this video has a lot more to it. So it tells the story of Jacob Davis's son, who took over the company and then went off and founded Ben Davis Clothing. I'm talking about Simon Davis, of course, inventor of the 601s. But 601s are a little bizarre looking, but I still don't. I think there's something they should make. I don't think there's any pairs that have survived, but if we find one, then maybe they could. The pantaloons never survived, and they still just took what they had of the design to recreate it. 601s could be done. It's a jam-packed episode, and then finally in the 1917 video, Homer Campbell's entire century of jeans on film. Instead of cramming as many different things that have denim in there, I tried to focus on specific films, specific genres, and how it progressed, and how denim was seen as a character on the screen throughout the stages. Truly one of my favorite videos to make. Another one of my favorite videos to make is the 1955, talking about the beatniks. And I got the most amazing comment. Someone had seen the video, ended up reading a bunch of beatnik literature, inspired them to kind of go on their journey, and it just, this is what it's all about. That was the most perfect thing. I do get a lot of great comments on here, and if I don't immediately love them or reply back to you, then there's a stupid YouTube reason why that is. And it's because for creators, when you're on your phone and you see that, if you push the heart, you reply, it disappears. There's no ignore button. So the bad comments, I just need to see. And if I reply to the good ones, then I'm just going back to the bad ones that I wanted to ignore. So YouTube needs to make an ignore button. So I'm like, okay, got it, understood, don't need to see that again. And I can keep some of the great comments and still reply to them. It does help my day. It is a nice thing. Sharing the love. And if you don't, then no worries. I understand. It's not a thing. I just moved. I'm got boxes everywhere. I was able to unpack the jeans, put them in here, but I have no idea where I'm going to be filming. What the setup is going to be, I'm going to test out with the acoustics and the lighting. I've got lots of natural lighting coming through. Big rooms with... Once I get the furniture in, I'll see what is the best. And otherwise, I've got to work intensely on my teaching job for the next 2 months. I think I've already recorded the audio for a funny-ish video, and hopefully I can string that together. But give me a couple months. Hopefully I'll get something out if I get some time. Moving forward with the channel, I do plan on doing 501 videos. I want to finish the saga. We're more than halfway through. 1927 is going to be the next one. And then we'll jump through the classic because there's not much left in classic. We've got some fun ones to look forward to. In the next year, I would say I want to get the 1927. I really got the 1937 and 44 to do redux, but I might hold off on those and jump to the 1942s and 1950s 503Bs, because those are fun ones that are a little shorter. I also owe you the violas. I will get to that. It's been fun coming up with the themes for all these, and now that I've got the themes and it's just working towards them. I like growing chronologically because I'm gathering more of the same music and photos so that I'm kind of incongruent with that. But we'll see. I'd love to be moving faster with it. Other than that, I think if you've seen my recent videos, you really know how excited I am for Indigo Invitational and Redline Rally. Now, if you're in Redline Rally, that's tops, jackets, shirts. You distress them over a year. Indigo Invitational are the jeans. You get a rigid pair and distress them over a year. It's a contest, and I just love the idea of it. It's something that I think is just that much fun because you win by participating. And I kind of did my own preliminary, after like switching between jeans, like I wear this for a week, then that for a month, and then this for a day. And I like, trying on my pairs, but just wearing heavier weight denim and going hard into it. I wasn't going that hard, but yeah, you break in a pair and then the fades start to happen. I'm hoping to see who the winners are for the Redline Rally and cover that a little bit. Really love seeing denim shirts with elbow fades. Just nice wrinkles in there, nice whiskers. You can get honeycombs in there. Naked and Denim released the 40-ounce denim. I don't know. I haven't seen if it's available for purchase when you go to the store. But it takes 2 men, 2 days, 2 full days of work to create one pair. It sounds exciting. It's going to take me like 5 years to probably work up to that. Maybe 3, but we'll see. Recently experimented with Neppy denim and really loved it. So those are the kind of videos I hope to cover. Also, got some funny random stuff I want to go over about collecting, about how denim relates to other topics. I'll go through. Thank you so much for all of your comments and seeing where you are from all around the world. 20 ounce for 3 years. Then washed them. I went to 200 days before soaking, and I haven't washed heavier yet. My approach going into Indigo Invitational is to, on the first rainy day, go outside and just get them wet and just deal with it. I want to just pound them as hard as can be, get as much physical exercise. Someone brought that up, how this denim contest is also a chance to get yourself a little healthier. Drop a waist size or just be more active by doing more stuff. A big one is just squatting or going upstairs. Little things you can find yourself doing. A big interest of what I'm trying to do as far as what clothes or items I bring into the home is making sure they're made with natural materials. I want to cover some of the natural materials. and realizing how much of the world is just plastic and that it's not recyclable plastic. It's just trash forever. Trying to limit that, and that's why I'm so happy that my sponsor is Unbleached Apparel. Use the code Denim, the channel name. Don't even use it. I don't care. I love their stuff. He's the only guy who's making clothes that are plastic free. And even the packaging, he goes through every mile to make sure that there's no dyes in it. And it's not just t-shirts. There's a lot of other clothing. I'm a big fan of the keychains, but anything that's fox fiber. We've got new fox fiber underwear. The socks are like selling like hotcakes. And I think the socks and the underwear are the only things that do have some elastic in them, but the drawstring boxers do not. Drawstring is a great way to go, especially if you're fluctuating weight, but having the drawstring underwear gives you underwear that's a little bigger or looser. Thank you so much. Well, I wanted to keep this a little on the shorter side. Find out if there is anything that LVC is doing, but no. I think no major big drops today. I'm going to enjoy another cookie, cup of tea. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Happy 501, everyone. Love your jeans.